Hi YouTube, had a request to go over some screwdrivers, and me working on primarily Japanese motorcycles, I actually thought that was a good suggestion. So of course I'm not going to show every screwdriver that I own, because I, like most people, you know, have them from many different manufacturers and types and cost and any other way you care to describe them. And I guess we'll start here. This is a Cobalt. Cobalt's the house brand of Lowe's. Of course, this is a straight slot, and I, like most people, use these for everything but turning screws. You know, I've stirred paint with this, and they're probably most commonly used as pry bars. Even though, you know, everything you read will tell you, don't use a flat blade screwdriver as a pry bar. Everybody does it, me included. Because how many straight screws do you run across anymore? And someone will probably say hose clamps. Well, I use nut drivers for hose clamps. I never use straight slot screws. So there's the Cobalt, and this one here was actually a replacement for you know, I had the same size with this other handle style, and of course they don't make this one anymore. And Cobalt does have a lifetime warranty, so I walked in with it, and they're like, "Well, go pick one out." So this was the closest type that I could find. So that's what they handed me. I know a lot of people probably heard me rag on Sears Craftsman tools. These Craftsman tools I actually liked, though. These were their professional models. You can see Made in USA. And if you can see that WF there, that's Western Forge's stamp. Western Forge, located in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I actually really like these screwdrivers. I've owned them many, many years. Unfortunately, you know, I don't think they offer this handle style anymore. But the set of Craftsman professional screwdrivers, I really like them. These are very nice screwdrivers. That's just your number 2 Phillips and your straight slot. You can see they're well worn, but the tip there is still in nice condition. And I do like them. Next is a couple cheap DeWalts. Do believe these were made in China. I think it was China, not Taiwan. And you might have seen these on my DeWalt Easy Access tool section on the other side of my garage. But for cheap, quick grab screwdrivers, I'm sure they'll work fine. There's the number 2 Phillips. Hey, the shaft's true. I believe the set of those was, you know, just under $20. The first of the specialty screwdrivers, it's a Briggs & Stratton part number, but this is made by Pratt-Read, and this is actually for pulling main jets out of Briggs & Stratton carburetors. So I'll give you a look at the head there. And this is the preferred tool for not stripping them out. Again, this is available on Amazon as well. My current best condition screwdrivers would be my Wright models. These are USA manufactured, of course, but these are actually not made in the right factory. These are made by Pratt-Read for a right tool. Your number 2 cross point Phillips. Nice heads. Next, when we get on to specialty screwdrivers, this is a Hosen JIS. If you're working on vintage Japanese motorcycles, I would highly recommend that you pick, they don't have to be this brand, but you want to search JIS screwdrivers. This set is available on Amazon. This is the number 2 model, or size number 2. Next, the Vessel model. Also number 2 size. I should say these are made in Japan. Should mention that the Hosen model down here, that's also made in Japan. And these are what they call the Impacta models. They have striking caps on the back side here. These are made to be hit with a hammer. And with each hammer strike, this will rotate counterclockwise 12 degrees. I've never personally used them as impact models, just as hand screwdrivers. When you need an impact driver, I use an impact driver. And also available on Amazon. We'll come back to these too. Next would be a DeWalt. This is a ratcheting screwdriver. No, this isn't tool truck quality. It's not a Snap-on, Mac, Cornwell. But for 10 bucks it'll suit me just fine. It comes with 3 cross point Phillips type heads, 3 flat blades, 3 Torx, and 3 metric Allens. And if you like, you can store them in the handle. I don't. I keep them on the holder on the wall. But it's pretty fine ratcheting action. And it's getting their lifetime warranty too, so that's my DeWalt ratcheter. My next DeWalt, they call these demolition screwdrivers. They're available as a set. I actually picked them up at Home Depot. You can see they have striking caps. These are made in USA too. They were kind of an impulse buy. I was walking down the aisle and noticed them and said, hey, you know, that might come in handy. I'm sure, you know, I'll probably end up using it as a chisel at some point. So there's a straight slot. And here's the Phillips, again, number 2 size. Also with a striking cap. Those are the DeWalt demolition screwdrivers. Next, everyone should have one of these, a little pocket screwdriver. It has the magnet on the end here. Again, mine says right tool. I'm sure it's not made by them. But they are very handy. And now to come back to the JIS type, we'll zoom you in a little here. Oop, wrong way. Okay, this is a fuel petcock out of, I don't know, it's out of a motorcycle, that's what I can tell you. A Japanese motorcycle specifically. Now, if you can see this little dot up here on the head, if you see that dot in a cross point type head, that IDs it as a JIS type screw. If you look all around here, you know, it may not be super visible in all of these, but those are JIS screws. And if you use your regular number 2 type Phillips, you do stand a chance of stripping these out. I'm going to try and show the difference of fit here. Well, you can see how deep, but that makes full contact all the way around there. Very tight fit. Again, we'll go to the impact model and you'll see the same fitment. Now, put it in the right. Again, you know, you can see that tip. There's absolutely no damage on that. And again, I don't know if this is going to show. There are some gaps there. So if I was to use this screwdriver to try and remove that, I would stand a chance of camming that out and damaging the screw. And let me tell you, that can wreck your day sometimes on Japanese motorcycles. Here's another one. I don't think this DeWalt's ever been used. See, there are gaps there. And I do have some examples here. I believe these were float bowl screws. I don't know if it's going to focus there or not. Again, you can see the dot there. Dot facing at the 6 o'clock position. I see sometimes you get lucky and you won't damage them too bad. Now, here's one from the same, came out of the same carbs. And I used to get stuff like this all the time, and where someone else, you know, was screwing around and not using the proper tool to remove these. So that's why you work on classic Japanese motorcycles. You definitely want a set of those JIS screwdrivers. I have some other ones. So be kind to your screws, folks. You see that dot on the head? Use the proper tool for it. And it is a JIS screwdriver. So that'll cover screwdrivers for me. Any questions, comments, leave them below. And again, thanks for watching, everybody.